Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Titans going up against the Texans. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About to get our first look at Tennessee's offense and Marcus Mariota. You were there for their game against Seattle this past week. What did you think?
I thought he played very well, very efficient. Had a slow start. You know, it was real high throwing the football. A lot of them went awry early. But once he locked in, look out. Now he became the dart thrower that he normally is. His legs, after the broken leg last year, back under him. He used those to great effectiveness. He's a guy who continues to get better and better with each passing week. I don't think it was any accident that he elevated his game with Russell Wilson of Seattle on the other sideline.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Tennessee's starting lineup, and in Week 3, that backfield combination, DeMarco Murray, Derrick Henry, they were in full effect, helped them get that win.
Yeah, the 1-2 punch, and it is a punch when they come at you because DeMarco Murray, he packs a wallop too. 14 carries, 115 yards, including a 75-yard sprint for a touchdown. He was one of 4 backs league-wide on Sunday to go over 100 yards. But Derrick Henry, he's quite a load himself. 13 carries, 54 yards, and they can wear down any defense given enough carries.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Defensive starting lineup now for Houston. When we get back to the safeties, you'll see Corey Moore, and he almost had a spectacular interception to seal a victory in New England, but wasn't meant to be.
That would have been a really tough catch, right? Almost a circus catch. But it tells you that if you're going to play New England and hope to beat them, you have to make plays like that. You have to take every opportunity because they always find a way to keep themselves in games and most of the time win them.
Mariota. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A Tennessee first down, that one Mariota to Matthews.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
He finds Matthews. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Titans, gain of 12. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
Here's Mariota to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Mariota again. And he locates Walker, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. No other way to say it, but it was an off year for DeMarco Murray in Philadelphia, and Chip Kelly's offense didn't really seem to be a fit. But when he went to Tennessee playing for Mike Mularkey, boy, did he fit in a big way. Finished third in the NFL in rushing behind Ezekiel Elliott and a late-charging Jordan Howard. He was ahead of Howard much of the year. I remember Coach Mularkey in preseason said, DeMarco Murray's my #1 back. He'll get plenty of carries here, and he did. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Throwing is Mariota. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things. Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Fresh off a pretty impressive performance in Foxborough, albeit in a loss, Deshaun Watson brings out Houston. And I know we hate the term moral victories, but boy, Watson, what he did there was pretty good. What's that stat that you gave me prior to that game about rookie quarterbacks going to Foxborough to play against Bill Belichick? 0-8, now 0-9. And he darn near got it done. And that was a big selling point for Deshaun Watson coming out of college. His poise, his presence, his calm, and the ability to play well in big games. And he did that against New England. Tom Brady had to use his Tom Brady magic on the last drive for New England to win that game. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And let's look here at the Houston offense. When you think of the Texans, you think this is a team that likes to throw the football. In 2016, though, they weren't very good at it. 29th overall in passing, but they were 8th in rushing. So let's see if they lean on the running game to start this contest. And they're hoping to get more consistency throwing the ball downfield. Here's Watson. And this would complete to Will Fuller. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. they can run another play. The clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Houston in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On second down, here's Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Let's go!
Throwing on third down, Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down carry now for Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are in for 6. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They go play action here on first down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
First down, Murray. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. To go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second down, Mariota. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Mariota now on second down. Murray, strong running. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they'll run. Murray. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And Suckup will put this one right through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishment. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play. 1st and 10. Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Wesley Woodyard leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So a 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Texans now for 2 straight weeks are having trouble throwing the football. The Titans have done enough on that end to disrupt the flow, and that's played into it as well. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. About halfway through the 2nd quarter, they run it here with Deontay Foreman. And he caps off the 7-play drive with the score. The lead grows to 4. 2nd and 2 coming up. Mariota's going to complete the pass, and he'll be tackled at the 6-yard line. Titans, though, would settle for just a field goal. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Godden.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Fresh set of downs here. This is Miller. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a play fake here on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Encroachment, defense.
Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a third down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. After the penalty, it's Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And that might be Titan football. It is.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
One thing I do know about DeMarco Murray, he loves to pile up carries. You know, a lot of backs are concerned about how many they have. Not him. He wants the ball all the time. But so far in this game, that's not working too well, and his team's losing.
He's had a decent chunk of carries. He just hasn't had much success when he's gotten those carries. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mariota now to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll throw again. Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Here we go.
Castle going to throw for the first time since coming on. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Come the Titans now. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And able to find Decker. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Back-to-back nice plays for Tennessee. Another first down for the Titans.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. We give him a gain of 38. And now a first down following that long gain. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, it's Miller. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Titan football. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. In need of both the touchdown and the two-point conversion here. Down 8.
It's time to just separate those two in his mind. Okay, the two-point conversion will have to come later. I remember playing for a coach and hearing him tell our quarterback, son, there is no such thing as an 8-point play. So let's not even worry about that. Get it into the end zone. We've got the two-point play cooked up. But let's get to that when the time is right.
He'll be trying to focus on the 6. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Back to throw. And he's got Decker, left side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. 23 yards on the play. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Back to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Jaguars able to come away with a victory there. Blake Bortles, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks today. That one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.